Hello, everyone. It has been a while since I have done a special message, and this one is for women. I have done a couple of other messages specifically for women dealing with communication, but this one is about character. Got a question for you, ladies, and it is for ladies. When did being a lady go out of style? Um, and this is for the ladies. Here's the thing. This message may not be for everybody, but it is for everybody. But I know some people may have a problem with it. Being a lady should never have ever gone out of style. For some people, it hasn't. For me, it hasn't. But for the main culture, it has gone out of style. Women want to be women, but they don't necessarily want to be ladies. Women want to be in relationships, but they don't know what it takes to actually maintain one. Women want to attract men, but they don't understand that to attract a man, you have to be a lady. There is a gentleman that should be that of a man, should be a gentle man, should be a godly man. You see, men and women, we certainly can attract each other by the outward appearance. It could be by the way we carry ourselves in terms of how we speak. But I think too often that people, they don't know how to be ladies. Men don't know how to be gentlemen. I can only speak for women, and that is what this message is for. Who this message is for is for women. It's just an encouragement. You want to be respectful of yourself. How is it that one can see themselves as respectful with so much filthy language coming out of their mouths? How is it that a woman can see and call herself respectful if her chest is hanging out of her clothes, her top, if her bottom is hanging out of her shorts, if you can see everything? I don't understand how that's respectful. I don't understand how that is self-respect. I don't know exactly when being a lady became out of style. People forgot what being a lady is like because they got away from what the Bible describes a woman is supposed to be. How a woman is supposed to carry themselves. Women, we got to remember what it means to be a lady. Because see, at the end of the day, that's what a man wants in a wife. He wants a lady. He may date you forever and a year. He has his reasons why he may not marry you. But make sure that it's not because you don't know how to be a lady. It's one thing to be a woman. Everybody, you can make yourself look like a woman. You can appear to be a woman. But being a lady is something special. And that's what a husband is looking for. I want to read Proverbs 31, verses 25 through 31. And then I'm going to end with one other passage. It says in Proverbs 31, and I'm just focusing on this part at the end. It talks about being a virtuous wife. A virtuous wife. It's a lot. Go back and read all of Proverbs 31. But I'm going to focus on the 25th through the 31st verse because it really applies to all women in general. And I think all of it does, but this one especially, whether you're married or not. Strength and honor are her clothing. She shall rejoice in time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She watches over the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. You see, this is a virtuous woman. This is a virtuous wife. Our clothing should be one that is of modesty, one that gives a man something to imagine. It's like if you give a man everything all at once, well, what else is there to See, what else is there to explore? What else is there to search for? Your heart, your character. Where's the mystery? You know, I can't speak for a man, but where's the self-respect even? In 1 Peter 3:3-4, it says, "Do not let your adornment be merely outward, arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on fine apparel. Rather, let it be the hidden person of the heart, with the incorruptible beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very precious in the sight of God." Not only is it precious in the sight of God, but it is precious in the sight of a man who wants to be a husband and not just a man to you. It's precious. It's precious to have a woman who knows how to hold her tongue. It's a joy. It's a peace that it's created in a household where the woman is not just contentious and always fussing and always arguing and always carrying herself in a childish way and always half dressing and always cussing and always fussing. And some may say, well, she is angry. She's got reason to be. Well, if she's angry, then she needs to deal with the anger, because we cannot live in anger. It only produces just all types of problems. So if we're dealing with anger, ladies, if we're dealing with anger, women, we've got to deal with it. Don't linger in it. Don't live in it. If you want a husband, then learn how to be a virtuous wife. Learn how to be a lady. Learn how to be a godly woman. And I am suggesting to you that you go and you read all of Proverbs 31, especially Proverbs 31:25-31. Read all of it. We can't be lazy. We can't expect the man to do everything. We cannot expect the man to be God. We cannot expect him to provide everything. God is the provider of the household. He is the ultimate source for all of our provisions. Not a man. You don't have to hunt a man. You do need to seek the face of God. You need to rely upon the hand of God. When a man sees a woman like that, they know that that is wife material. If you are so desperate for a man and you cannot wait on that husband who knows how to carry himself as a gentleman, as a godly man, then you don't need him. You need to wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord, I say, wait. And let him perfect you. When God created Eve, he perfected her and brought her to Adam. She was ready. It could be that you're not ready because you have not yet learned how to be a lady. You are not yet perfected in the Lord. You are not ready to be a wife. You are still a wife in training. But so many women, they don't know how to be a wife because they don't have the truth of what a wife is supposed to look like and be like. They only know what a woman looks like. They don't know what a wife looks like. And ladies, if you are one, be a mentor for another young woman. If you are a godly woman, be a mentor. Show them how to dress. Don't have things popping all out, your clothes and everything and popping and everything. Don't be a cultural woman, be a biblical woman. It's all right when I say culture to dress, in some of the latest styles, some of them and all, but don't let it be where it goes against God. Be modest in your dress. Believe it or not, there are men who prefer that. If they don't prefer that, then you don't want them as your husband. What husband wants their wife to go around looking like, what? What husband wants their wife to have everything hanging out? They don't want to showcase. That's for him. That's for his pleasure. A husband, not a man, a husband. All right? There's a difference. A lot of women, they want a man. And yeah, you got a man, but you ain't got no husband. A lot of men, you want a wife. All you got is a woman. There is a difference. And marriage has been ordained by God. Husband, wife. So women, Be a lady. It ain't gone out of style because the Bible hadn't gone out of style. Older women, I don't care how older you are, if you're in your 20 something and you've got a 16, 15, 14-year-old girl that is, you see them just painting their faces up to the max and they're dressing like, they're trying to catch a man. If you are a godly woman, teach them how to be a godly woman. It breaks my heart. It does, because a lot of women are hurting and they're wondering why they can't find their husband. Is because they don't know how to be a wife. And a lot of men, they're looking for a wife. They don't know what a wife looks like. That's all. I pray that this is a blessing. Share it with another woman. Let them know that being a lady, it hadn't gone out of style in the eyes of God. And it hadn't gone out of style in the eyes of a lot of men. They just like to look at pretty things and pretty people. But when it comes down to having a wife, they still want that Proverbs 31 wife. They still want a woman who is quiet and have a gentle spirit. They still want a woman who is modest, respectful to herself and respectful to him. They want a godly woman at the end of the day. Even the ungodly men, they don't necessarily want an ungodly woman or a woman who flaunts herself. Not really. They still even want a modest woman. They still want a lady. Think about it and pass this along. Until the next video, take care.